Hi, welcome back to English for Communication 2. I'm Stephen Judge. Today we're going to begin Unit 6, titled Looking into the Future. And our first lesson is on grammar, the different future tenses. Now I want to take you back to Unit 2, Lesson 3 review, where we talked about the probability of different futures. And we talked about different verbs such as present continuous, going to, can, will, may, might, could, couldn't, should, shouldn't, may not, might not, won't, can't, not going to, and not present continuous in the negative. So again, we talked about the strength of these, the high probability and the low probability, and being certain tenses are stronger meaning than others. So we're going to use that. Let's start with our strongest one by looking at present continuous. So again, if you're familiar with present continuous is the be verb plus verb ing. So we have examples here. I am flying. We are meeting this afternoon. We also make negatives. So there's two ways to make negatives. You can use be verb and not as a contraction. We are not. Or you can use the be verb with a contraction with the subject and then use not and then verb ing. Now in questions, again, the subject and the be verb switch. So we have, instead of we are meeting, are we meeting? And then who is coming? So very simple structure for present continuous. Again, present continuous is the strongest of all the future tenses. We use it for a planned future arrangement. And if you remember what a planned future arrangement is, you know the place, you know the time, and as an arrangement, more than one person was involved in making the idea. The second strongest tense we use in English when talking about the future is going to, future tense going to. Now, similar to going to, we have the be verb. And then we use going to and then a base verb. So I'm going to see. They are going to be. Making the negative, we also have the contraction. So we have the contraction with the subject in the be verb and not. And then followed by going to in verb 1. We also do the be verb and the contraction with not and then going to make negative sentences. Again, the be verb and the subject switch places in order to make questions. So here we have an example of a question word. When there's no question, it's always a yes or no question. So in number 2, is he going to cook dinner? Yes, he is. No, he isn't. So making going to is very simple and straightforward as well. And again, this is the second strong. It's a more likely to happen. Now our third tense is more weaker, a little meaning, and that's will. So again, we use will when it's a spontaneous, so it's a quick decision, you made it up on the spot, or weak evidence. So when you kind of think, maybe it won't happen. So example here we have like, we use contraction, so IL with the subject, and then we follow by verb 1. Okay, so this is an example of a spontaneous decision. It's really quick. Here, she's funny, she'll be a good teacher. Now, funny is an important part of being a teacher, but it's not the main part. And so it's not strong evidence. It's what we would call weak evidence. And this is an example of weak evidence. Next, we're making negatives. So we use won't, or the long version, will not, as examples of making negative. In a question, will and the subject switch places. So will goes first, and then you follow by the subject. So we have, will she buy that dress? So this should be some review. Now let's see if you can remember some of the meanings. So we have some statements here. True or false. If a future plan is made by only one person, you can use present continuous. True or false? For this, the answer is false, because present continuous needs to be made as an arrangement. So it has to be more than one person. Number two, if the evidence is strong that something will happen in the future, you should use going to. Answer, true. Going to is stronger meaning, so stronger evidence, you would use going to. If you plan a meeting with a friend and you agree on the place and the time, you can use going to. True or false? The answer is true. You can also use present continuous as well, but because present continuous and present going and future going to are similar, related, you can use both. You should use future will when reacting to new information. True or false? True. Because it's a reaction and it's new, it's spontaneous, and so will is the better grammar term for you, or term for tense, sorry, better grammar tense for you to use. Lastly, when someone uses will to talk about the future, they think the evidence is strong, and the answer to this one is false. They're using will is usually shows that they think the evidence is weak. Now let's wrap it up with a practice. So complete the conversation. What are you doing this weekend? So here we have present continuous. Okay, asking about any plans for the weekend. B responds, I'm not sure. I know 100% I am seeing the new Batman movie with Mark on Saturday. He's made a plan with Mark. He knows the place, he knows the time, he knows the movie theater, so he can use present continuous. Excellent. I heard it's good. What are you going to do on Sunday? Now he changes to present continuous because he says, I'm not sure yet earlier. So maybe the plans are not as strong. He says, I'm visiting the doctor. I made an appointment this week. So present continuous again, he has an appointment, a planned future arrangement. Anything serious? Not at all. He'll probably will give me some medicine. So will is used because he's low evidence. He doesn't really know. They use probably, so it's will is the better choice. Hey, that's the phone ringing. Yes, don't worry. And it's spontaneous, so he should use I'll get it. And that's it for using the different tenses, looking at their meanings, and looking at their grammar structure. Again, I'm Stephen Judge. Have a good day and see you next time. Goodbye.